Okay, thank you. Welcome to Global Chamber Accra. My name is Gifty. I'm the Executive Director for Global Chamber Accra. We are a regional and global network of business leaders. We provide support to businesses in trade and development, as well as other aspects of business. Basically, what is key is how we can help you. Global Chamber exists in almost every country in the world. We are in over 190 countries. You can find more information about Global Chamber on www.globalchamber.org. We have paid members and we have members who participate in our events every month. Here in Accra, we have our events on the last Tuesday of every month. There are other events also happening on the global scale. We have over 600 events happening on the global scale every year. Hi, Odelia. Okay.
Hi, I'm here.
Okay.
Gifty, I'm here.
All right. Thank you. So we have members, paid members. If you're wondering about what is the benefits for members, member benefits include warm introductions to your ideal customers, locally and globally. We also have connections. We provide connections to your ideal partners, and we act as a trusted advisor. You have access to VIP experiences and other virtual events happening in over 600 events in a year and happening in over 190 countries. You also have engagement with hot opportunities, and then you are privileged to be part of the association and membership to the Global Tribe. Welcome everyone once again. Today we have scheduled speakers, company speakers for today, and then we will have access, everyone is going to have access to speak 1 to 3 minutes on their businesses, and especially how the Global Chamber can support you with our resources and our network. The companies presenting today, we have Oxford African Women Leadership Institute. We also have Vehicle and Equipment Finance Solutions. We have BBH Consulting. We have Western Ledell Group Company Limited. We have L'Oreal Resource Gas Ghana Limited, and all the other businesses represented here today. Odelia, we are going to start with you, Oxford African Women Leadership Institute. Hi, I see others joining us. Hi, Dwight. Dwight is joining us from US.
Yeah, I'm glad I joined in that because 7 a.m. Pacific time is not what it is here in Arizona. It's 8. And so I just hope somebody could get these time zones fixed in that now that we've made this switch. And I only jumped on because I got a notice that it's already started. So it's an hour for me ahead of time than what it should be scheduled. Anyway, go ahead. Sorry.
Sure. Thank you for that. We are going to correct that. And thanks for joining us. We are looking forward to have your expertise on board as a local partner. So we're looking forward to connecting with you.
Likewise.
Odelia, I think we can start now. We can see your screen.
Okay. Yes. Good afternoon, Gifty, and thank you, Global Chamber, for this opportunity. My name is Odelia Ntiamwa, and I'm the Global Director for the Oxford Africa Women Leadership Institute. And let me put it in a slide mode so that.
Okay.
So we are an international organization that supports women-led businesses across the continent. We have membership all over the world, but they must be of African descent or African origin. Now, so these women are coming from about 36 African countries. They're about 3,001 women-led businesses that are in our network. Now, their annual turnover varies. They have a turnover between $10 million and then businesses at ideation stage. Now, what we have done with this network is to group these women into various categories. And so those with the highest annual turnovers belong to a group, and then those who are from ideation stage also belong to a group, so that when we are doing information sharing, it becomes easier for us, and we're not giving ideation information to big businesses that are busy and don't have the time for ideation conversations. So far, this is where we are. We've been able to gain a lot of connections, both locally and internationally, by working with diverse international organizations. We have currently done some work with Ghana Exim Bank, which will be in the slides coming later. We're currently working together with the ECOWAS Bank to do some activities for West Africa. We have done some work with the USAID SMV. We currently have a She Expo coming up, but we have done the Women Investment Summit where we gathered 400 business women in the Africa Continental Free Trade Building in Accra. We actually limited it to 400 because that was actually the capacity of the space that we were being given, which is the biggest space in that building for conferencing. Now, at that investment summit, we did a lot of capacity building for the women, and then we also opened the women up to investment opportunities from investment companies. Every Friday, we train 100 businesses across the continent that are women-led. So far, we have trained 2,600 women across Africa who have diverse interests. So some want to know how they can use artificial intelligence to make their work easier. Some want to be able to export to different countries and would want to know export regimes. Some want to be able to trade globally and want to understand the global commerce business. And then, of course, some actually want to simply do things like their Food and Drugs Authority certification and looking for the opportunity with experts on that. We have also been able to do some work with the American Embassy locally to send some of our members to America for a franchising conference. Our latest partnership is with AFOS, which is a German international organization that is looking at doing capacity building for young women who are getting out of school. But when they are done with this capacity building, the question is, where can they practice this with? They can only practice this in businesses or firms, and that is what we stand for. And so we are willing to take these students who get the capacity building from AFOS to actually work with our women who would need some technological assistance, which ideally they may not be able to execute themselves. So this is the Women Investment Summit that we put together in July 25th. That was when we had this. We had, as part of the conference, an expo, a mini expo, to actually test the waters for subsequent things. And so we actually put these events together based on data, which we collect from these women as well. We currently have data from 1,450 of the women, asking them simple questions like your top 4 most important things you would like to be supported in. And interestingly, 60.5% of the women say they are looking for access to markets. And so access to market is like the most important things that the women are looking for. So we decided to come up with an expo, which is like focusing mainly on women vendors. Nothing like this has been done in Ghana before. We're expecting to have 400 vendors at the place. As part of the activities, we will have the Accra Zoo brought to town. So it's called Wild in the City. It will be at the expo, but it's mainly an opportunity for these women to be able to exhibit their products and services. It's also a platform we're creating for international organizations to be able to really tell their impact stories where gender is concerned. And so organizations like SMB, like FBN Bank Ghana, like GIZ have started buying stands for their women that they have supported in diverse programs. And that is also like one of the avenues we want these businesses to be able to tell their stories. So the expo is happening on the 8th to the 10th of December, which is next week, Friday. That's the starting day. And the expectation is that we should have the whole of Accra. The whole of Accra should come to a standstill because this expo has been widely advertised and has been also widely spoken about. We started doing diverse interviews. So we were with OKFM in Ghana for an interview. We've had like our car branded just so that we can push for the expo. Currently, one of the projects we are working on is developing a branding hub within our hub. So our organization has a hub where the women come to bring their various products to one, be advertised, two, be sent to various markets, and then three, wherever we go for meetings, we are able to send the products of these women. So having sent these products to a lot of international markets, we observed that the branding for some of the women have to really be worked on. So we started doing their training in phases, and this is one of the trainings that we did for them, just to make sure that we bring their brands in terms of the external branding of their products to a certain standard and stature to be able to send them to global shops. So we do a lot of capacity building for the women. So the branding capacity building is what you see here. We are getting some funding from some funding organizations that want us to help them to on-lend to these women. And so for that, we want to be able to build the capacity of the women before we put money into their businesses. So like I said, the caliber of women really is a wide range, to women that are looking for simple things like developing websites. So in the right corner, you can see some women sitting there. We have trained about 50 of these women, both locally and across the continent, that have been looking for websites to develop their own websites or even understand website building to make sense of people who say they are developing websites for them. So this is what our members do. We have membership with about 7 categories. So those in the medical field, so doctors who have hospitals, who have general hospitals, eye clinics, dental clinics, to people who actually produce things like you have in the picture right in front of you. This is where we hope to be able to get to, that in the next 5 years, we should be able to touch 1 million women-led businesses across the 54 African countries. We have started building the branding hub, but we want to be able to make it eco-friendly. So when you take a look at about 90% of the products that the women build have are actually plastic-based, and we want to be able to support them to develop eco-friendly brands. Now, what we are doing currently is that quite a number of them have branding materials that locally were not able to get a lot of international stores to take them. One, because the women don't have the capacity to get branding materials from abroad to be able to meet the standard that the international shops are looking for. And therefore, what we have decided to do is to be able to give them various forms of loans. So we call some the branding loan. So instead of giving them cash to be able to do the production of their branding materials, we are actually going to be producing the materials for them in the quantities they are looking for, and then they pay it in installment. This project is supposed to start in January. Then also, we want to be seen to be the leading organization that supports women-led businesses across the continent with technical support, access to markets, and all of that. Next year, our focus, apart from doing the expos in Ghana, is to be able to attend several expos. Now, currently, there isn't any organization in Ghana that supports these women who may not be able to have all the money to buy air tickets, but are willing to travel to send their items to diverse expos. And so that is one of the main programs that we are giving the women next year. We observe that the women don't have, even the very established ones, have challenges with bookkeeping. And so we are currently developing a platform with a partner to be able to onboard all the 3,000 women. It helps us to be able to tell funding organizations who has like a credit rating that is really solid, that they can put money into their business, amongst other things. We are also hoping that even as we have opened the shop in the heart of Accra as part of our hub, we should be able to open a shop, warehouses in different spots in Africa, so that these women can actually fully participate in the Africa Continental Free Trade Area conversation that is ongoing, because the whole conversation is that there are certain small little organizations, SMEs, that may never be able to participate. But this is one of the innovative ways we hope to use AFCFTA to help these women go across Africa and even go global. This is what our expectation is. We're expecting organizations that are interested in investing in the SME sector, especially in women, to partner with us to do exactly that. We're also expecting that if there are any organizations that are interested in partnering us to set up these shops across Africa, that will be really exciting. We're also looking at spreading this eco branding hub in 5 other regions, including West Africa, the second one in West Africa in Nigeria, because Nigeria has huge numbers. We have seen the kind of branding that some Nigerians have brought to diverse expos, and we say that the challenges are the same. We have members across the 36 African countries. We had a visit from some of our members from Malawi, and they were actually blown away by what we are doing in Ghana. And we say that is not even our best. So it means that this is an inherent challenge in Africa that we are hoping to be part of the solution. And then, of course, we are expecting that through our membership, we'll be able to help the youth, younger women, and even males to be able to be entrepreneurship ready. And therefore, some of our women are looking for the opportunity to impact these young people in the projects or entrepreneurial journey that they would like to embark upon. These are some of the things that we are doing. Currently, we're working with a team to set up a special purpose vehicle, which will just be a funding vehicle that we are getting the Securities and Exchange Commission to register us so that we can accept funding in a certain huge quantities so that we will be able to on-lend. Now, this project, what we want to be able to do is to get these women to finance them in the first 2 years, materials that they are looking for, machinery and materials. And then when we see that the businesses have grown into a certain capacity, we give them actually financing for other things that they would like to get financing for. So that is what we do at the Oxford Africa Women Leadership Institute. Thank you very much for the opportunity to have presented, and I'm open for questions. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Odelia. We are really happy that you had presented this to us. I would say a round of applause to you. That's a great project, and that's really an impactful project you are doing here in Ghana. I have some few questions for you. I think you mentioned a bit about it already. But I must say that we are happy. Odelia is one of our advisory board members here in Accra, Ghana, and Global Chamber is happy to collaborate with you. I can see there are a lot of opportunities that Global Chamber can actually support you with the women. You talked about technical challenges, you talked about branding and all the other things. We are highly resourced, as you're already aware, with women here in Global Chamber that can act virtually and in person support the projects you are doing. So I think that we can discuss it. We could discuss this after the meeting with your membership. Your membership can be extended to the women as well. I think there's more support that can be given to them here in Ghana. As they're also looking to go into trading and exportation, which is one of the key things that we do here at the Global Chamber. We can look at the resources within the Global Chamber to support them easily, and then with their connections, they'll be looking to travel to meet some of their partners. We have BBH Consulting here. He's into trade, travel and tour. We can look at partnership that can also support them. You have mentioned finance challenges, so we can discuss ways by which they can actually be supported from the level that you are supporting them from. So really appreciate it. You mentioned it's a women-led business, but I still feel that with all that is going on, some men-led businesses can also benefit from Oxford Institutes. So probably maybe in the future, I don't know what you have to say about that. And you mentioned Namibia. I don't know which other African countries that you are expanding into. Are there any?
Yes, so in next year, we are opening an office in Uganda because Uganda is the country that has the second highest membership on the platform. Uganda is a very youthful population, and so we're opening an office there. We have an interest expressed by the people of Malawi to also get an office in Malawi. But like I said, the membership of the network comes from 36 other African countries. So even if we're not there physically as an office, we do have reps, and then we do different things for these reps. So for example, there are people in Ghana that want to do some business with people in Kenya. So we do that kind of matchmaking already for these people. So those are some of the things that we do for those that are outside Ghana.
All right, thank you so much. Please kindly leave your details in the chat and we'll be happy to connect with you. Anyone that wants to connect with Odelia, her full name is Odelia Ntiamwa. She's the CEO and president of Oxford African Women Leadership Institute. She'll be happy to partner with you, whatever resource that is available. she'll be happy to connect with you. Odelia, thank you so much. We really appreciate it. So our next speaker is Vehicle and Equipment Finance Solution, Mr. Herbert Edo. Hello.
Hi, Gifty, how are you?
Doing well. Good to see you.
Finally.
Yes.
Hello,
Okay,
everybody.
so the floor is yours. You're ready. Do you have a presentation, or would you like to take us through a speech about your business?
Just a second.
Okay.
Thank you very much, Gifty, and good afternoon, everybody. We run a company called Vehicle Equipment Finance Solutions. And as you see on the screen, I've shared my screen. We have a tagline that says, just drive and let us take care of the rest. So our main solution is providing specialist operating lease and fleet management solutions to blue chip companies. So our target market is the very top end of the market. Provide mobility solutions for companies in that segment of the market. You know, the potential is there because we identify that most of these large companies operating with multinationals, operating in other markets, have large mobility solutions like vehicles that are operating vehicles that they use, their logistics vehicles. And most of when they come to Ghana, they invest most of their capital that they will use in acquiring vehicles. So what we do is that we take up that part of the business where we provide vehicles with a full service solution, maintenance, insurance, financing for the vehicles, fleet management services, so that these companies can focus on their core business whilst we manage their fleet through and through. So these are a few images of some of the companies that we engage with currently. So Coca-Cola is one of our key clients. We provide them with mini trucks for their key accounts. And this has been running for the last 7 years with Coca-Cola. What we did with that truck is a bottle truck. So it opens on the side that enables them offload when they get to the markets. We also provided a solution for enterprise trustees. That is a sales van built with a solar panel on top, so that when they get to areas where they are probably doing a sales blitz, in the van, there is a switch, and they have their chairs, their computer, their canopies in the van. So when they get out to a market, they're able to just set up where there's no power, and they're able to provide whatever service that they need in there. In there is a router as well that provides internet for them. And we just, a few weeks ago, also supplied a few trucks to ABL. The trucks are mainly to transport their produce across the country. So our offering is in mainly 3 areas. We offer a full maintenance operating lease. In this case, we provide, so we engage with the customer, understand what the customer's needs are in terms of its vehicle solutions. We then develop a product specifically for that customer, and then provide the funding, acquire the vehicles, provide a full service solution, including tracking, manage it for a period of 5-6 years. The client then pays a monthly rental for the vehicle for the term of the contract. For our independent fleet management solution, for companies that already own their own vehicles, we take on that burden of fleet management and provide a full comprehensive solution, and provide consulting services for their fleet as well, help them optimize the vehicles they use, the best fit for the job to be done, and then we manage it through and through for them. So we provide total life cycle support from vehicle selection, acquisition to disposal. So we do everything in between for the clients. So to go throw more light into the management that we do for these clients, beyond the financing and providing them with the vehicles, we we do what we call license and title registration management. So every driver in your fleet or whoever car you use, we take the details of the driver, their license registration to ensure that they qualify to use the asset that they're using, and also keep the dates for expiry and manage the renewal process for roadworthies and any licenses that the company requires. I'm sure none of us will look at our license every day to check when they expire. So we do this, enable you to just rest easy. We prompt you probably a month before it expires, and then we facilitate and help you do the registration or renewal as required. For fleet maintenance, we load all your details, including your time maintenance. We do your scheduled, unscheduled maintenance, and then provide you with an email alert that informs you when the vehicle is due for maintenance. We can get a team to pick it in, get it done, and provide. In some cases, for one of our clients, Standard Chartered, we do driver management, provide them with a driver, the car, fueling, and yes, so we cover that whole course while they focus on your core business. So there's a few things that you might miss out when you buy a car directly from the vendor for new vehicles. So we do the warranty management to ensure that if there are any challenges, you don't go back and pay, but we ensure that you get your the warranty that is required on the vehicle. And anytime you get an invoice, we would inspect, we validate the invoice, ensure the right work has been done before the client pays for it. As the same thing we do for insurance management, ensure that the right insurance is in place, and we manage the process through and through, and inform you on email when it's due, facilitate the acquisition, and throughout the process. Same for accident management. So in a nutshell, anything that has to do with your vehicle, you rest easy. We provide a full service solution end to end, and then we give you regular reports on how the vehicles are performing. We track the vehicles, we track the fuel that is being used by the vehicles, and then give you reports to enable you to make the best decisions, within the company. One thing that I've also realized is that most companies, especially large companies, have a huge fleet and they don't optimize the use of the fleet. So before we advise and provide you with a solution, we also, if you have fleets in place already, we'll look at them, do an analysis of the vehicles you have, look at your operations, try and optimize the number of vehicles you require, and also track the utilization of the vehicles to ensure that, because any vehicle that says they're not being used for a business is costing you money. So we optimize the use of the vehicles and then inform you which vehicles are doing the most. An example is a report we just sent to a client of ours who was doing 25 vehicles for, and all the vehicles are doing less than 50% of what they're supposed to be doing. So the customer is paying for a full use of the vehicle for the year, but the optimization of vehicle is pretty low. So the question I ask the procurement director is, why do you acquire 25 vehicles when you could have worked with 15 and optimized the vehicles use completely? Because you're adding on costs. It comes with maintenance, insurance, tire replacements. It's all being added on. So some of the things that we do to try and improve efficiency of the vehicle, improve how the vehicles work, and also save costs for our clients. And when vehicles come off, most companies will keep their vehicles in for a long time. The older the vehicles get, the more you spend on maintenance, the lower efficiencies you get, the more you spend on fuel. So we have a system in place that will assist you with your evaluation and then help you dispose of vehicles when they reach their disposal age. People ask, why do we do this? Based on my experience, I've been doing this for the last 15 to 20 years. And one thing that we realized, that people don't realize how much, companies don't realize how much they spend on their vehicles, because it comes in drips and drops. So you have, oh, this is broken down, you pay for it. You don't see it until the end. So we provide total cost of ownership solution so that you see along the line how much you're spending. We provide quick responses to ensure that, and also independence. We don't work for anybody. We work for you and ensure that you receive the best of service. So fundamentally, that is what we do. As I stated earlier, our target market is usually the very top end of the market. And some of our clients, as I stated, are ABL, Coca-Cola, Standard Chartered Bank, Bosch, because most of these companies have similar operations in other markets, and they understand how these works, and also can identify the cost savings that comes in, when we provide them. So that is my story, and I'll be happy to listen to any questions anybody has. And thank you for the opportunity for hearing me out. And that's my contact. I know Akufo asked, so I'll put it right there.
Yes, I will certainly ask, but please kindly share that also in the chat as well. Yes, you can see the chat. You can share it in the chat as well. Thank you. That was a wonderful presentation. Well, I have been dealing with your business with consultancy, but I didn't know this was the wider scope of your business. That's a lot. That's a lot you are offering to companies out there. I just had a couple of questions for you. So I saw in the beginning that you had some trucks, Coca-Cola and all those big brands. So I still wanted to ask, what's the ideal client? Is it the big brands, or any, there are some people or some SMEs that have a number of fleets, that would also require your service. We just want to know where we are positioned or how we can contact you in that aspect of clientele targets.
Okay, so what it is that for our operating lease solution, where we provide the vehicles and the services, on that and in that segment of the market, we deal with the blue chip companies and multinationals. But in terms of the independent fleet management, where you own your own fleet and require advisory service to ensure they're properly managed, including the tracking, including maintenance management and everything else, because across the segments of the market. So we come in, advise, look at the vehicles you're using. I'll give an example. So one client buys a truck for transporting packaging material, like the takeaway packs. Okay. That material is light. So what do somebody go and buy a truck that's worth maybe $35,000, $40,000, but the amount of weight that is carrying is really low. So we can optimize it to ensure that you spend less on that, get the right products that go. So within a SMB market, we provide that solution. But in terms of the very top end of the market is the full operating lease, where we fund, provide the vehicles, and manage for the clients.
Okay, so before any the floor is open for anyone who wants to ask him a question, but I was going to ask you what's going to be the minimum vehicle that you take for a client, but you mentioned that you deal with individuals as well, so that answers this. But I wanted to know, what's the ideal contract term? So if you have a fleet of vehicles with your organization, what's the ideal contract term?
So the minimum we're doing now is 3 years, and the maximum is 5 years from now. But subsequent to the 5 years, we can extend over the contract period. So that is what we're doing currently.
All right, so the global chamber is an international chamber. We have regional chambers as well, like Accra, and then we also have other African countries, and then the international Europe and then Asia as well. So, with what you're offering, what service can you offer global contacts as well? Most of them are not in, for those who come to do business in Ghana, and also on the international scale, what other services do you offer?
So what it is that for companies like that come into the market, you need to understand, because we realize companies come in and then they just go into either renting directly or buying directly. Rentals currently will cost you about $150 for an SUV. Okay, so we're able to advise and then provide you a solution which optimizes how much you spend. And depending on what business you're going to do, we'll provide you a mobility solution. If you're going to be in production and then transportation, or let's say logistics to move your products. If you go into the market, you find people providing for you. But what we do is that we would advise on what vehicles best suit for the product you're going to use. Secondly, we also help you define a solution in terms of the brand, cost, and everything that comes with it. and then manage this process for you to ensure that you save money instead of investing so much in it and losing money at the end of the day. Because vehicles for business are depreciation assets. There's no point even owning them and putting on your books. All you need is that asset to be generating income for you. So can we provide you a solution that ensures that the asset that you're getting optimizes the income that you get? Instead of buying a Mercedes-Benz truck and using it for production, why don't you just look at it differently? So that is some of the things that will advise companies coming locally.
All right, thank you. Someone has a question here. It says, great presentation. Do you provide credit finance for heavy duty equipment as well?
Okay, so we don't provide it. So we provide a solution. We finance the asset that you're using. We don't provide you the funds to finance. But what we do is that when we know that you want that asset, we provide that asset and manage it through the process. We have a chain of workshops. We would look at how much it costs to fuel, how much it costs to maintain, negotiate with service providers, and ensure that the asset is generating the most income for you. So we don't provide the funding for you to go buy your assets, and then we manage it end to end. And what you need is to just use to generate as much income as you can, instead of locking up your capital in holding the assets on your books.
All right, thank you. Charles, do you have any question? You are into travel and tour. I was wondering if your clients in Ghana, as you deal with them, would want to would make use of his services. Do you have any question for Mr. Edo?
Yeah, it means that they are into rentals, right?
We probably you call it long-term rental, operating leases, and then fleet management on the other side.
Long-term rentals, okay. We have clients coming in and they need car for very short period, maybe 2 weeks, 3 weeks, a month, and then they are out of the country. So I don't know if you are talking about a long-term rental. I don't know about if you have something for that.
Okay, so what we do is that, because after the long-term rental, certain cars come off the lease. And if the cars are within a certain specification, we then put them in a short-term rental. But the cars have to be within a certain mileage. So beyond that mileage, we just dispose of the vehicles because we want to optimize the use of the vehicle. So definitely we have a few vehicles that we do short-term rentals, but they come in after they've come off the lease and they're still within a rental period. We're into efficiencies and maintaining the vehicles at the highest level. So older vehicles add more consumption, and then so we focus more on newer vehicles.
All right,
Okay.
thank you. Kwabena asked a question earlier about the credit finance. He is asking again specifically. He says specifically credit lines to procure equipment with minimum or no deposit requirements.
No, we don't provide credit lines.
Okay.
We're not a bank, we're not a funding institution. We're a service provider that we provide the asset that you require to use for the period that you need it for.
Okay, so Kwabena, I think that you can back after the meeting contact Herbert, and I'm sure you can have discussions into that, and then he can find a solution for you since it's something that is needed. Thank you so much, Mr. Edo. We appreciate the presentation. We will move to our next company, our speaker, BBH Consulting, and then we will wrap up with the other companies whilst providing the floor for others to also speak on their event. Thank you so much. I'm going to present my screen now. Please, can you see my screen? Can you see my screen?
Sure.
Okay, so Mr. Charles Bannerman, he's a CEO for BBH Consulting. The floor is yours.
Okay. Good afternoon, everyone. This is BBH Consulting. BBH Consulting is based in Dubai. And there are, out of BBH Consulting, we have the HDC, that is the document clearing services. And then we have the BBH HR services. And then we have the BBH Travels. The BBH Consulting is the mother company. And all these companies have been registered in Dubai, United Emirates, Arab Emirates, to be specific.
Charles, please, you can let me know if I could move on to the next slide or.
Okay, okay.
Yes.
All right.
Should I move on?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
So the BBH HR services, we provide talent acquisition, career consulting, corporate and corporate professional training. We do B2B partnership, overseas recruitment and partnership and manpower mobilization, IT support solution, HR management tools, professional resume writing. And then go to the other slide, please. HDC, no, sorry. HDC is document clearing services.
Okay.
So document clearing services, and this is company formation and business services. So for instance, anybody who is in Dubai and wants to open a company, any African from Ghana or Nigeria, Kenya, to be specific, when you come to Dubai and you want to start your own business in Dubai, we have this company called HDC that can help you in the company process. We have other clients who are coming from the Asian countries, specifically India, because one of our partners is also an Indian. So people come from India and they access our services. We have freelance visa processing. This is the part that is very important. We have a lot of Ghanaians, we have a lot of Ugandans, we have a lot of Kenyans who are traveling to Dubai. They don't go through the right channel of visa processing. They go for tourist visa, and then within a few months, they are stranded in the country. Freelance visa gives them 2 years opportunity to stay in the country and look for a job, or the company also looks for a job for them. So this is the kind of visa that a lot of people have to go in for, not to be stranded in a different country, as we see from time to time in Dubai. Then we have the partner visa or the investor visa. The investor visa or partnership visa is where there are two companies coming together and they want to have a company in Dubai. In that case, each investor needs to have a visa, because Dubai will not give you the visa that will give you freelance within 2 years. With partner and investor visa, you can get it for 5 years. When you are investing up to a certain amount, that is 50,000 dirham upwards, you can get a partnership visa, which will last for 5 years and renewable. And freelance visa is also renewable. Then we have the document attestation, visa and resident permit, then general immigration services. There are a lot of people in Dubai, especially our African brothers and sisters, who have overstayed and don't know what to do. When they have overstayed, it is difficult to come out of the country. So if you get in touch with BBH, we try and make sure that all the cases are heard. And then when the cases are heard, we take from case to case, we make sure we handle it. Those who want to move out back to their country, there's a visa called Outpass. We get them Outpass and they leave the country. Those who want to be in the system and regularize their visa, we get them a freelance visa, and then all these things come at a price where some people might not be able to afford and they find it difficult to get, they start getting issue with immigration and the police. And these are some of the challenges that are coming with our African brothers and sisters who are living in the UAE, especially Dubai, where we operate. Go to the next slide. And then we have the BBH Travels. The BBH Travels actually started somewhere last year, December. So I would say this December, we are going to be 1 year old. So in fact, the main focus is on the travels. We have the tour packages. We have the visa processing for majority of the countries. Those who want to travel to Canada, those who want to go to US, those who want to go to Australia, we have packages for them. And then we have hotel and flight tickets. And then we have study abroad processing and then work permit processing. And all these have programs that we have come out with, that we realize that in Dubai, a lot of people want to come for holidays. Majority of the people coming for holidays are within 2 to 1 month programs. So we make sure that we get you a visa that is processed within 1 month, that you can stay and have fun, stay in your hotel, go to all the places you want to visit in Dubai as a tourist destination. And then after everything, we make sure that you are picked up and sent to the airport and you go back to your country. And these things we don't do it for only Ghana. We do it for a lot of African countries such as Kenya, Uganda, because one of the partners is coming from Uganda, one is coming from India, and then the other person is coming from Kenya, and I'm coming from Ghana. So we come together and we make sure that we get people through get their visas, hotel flights, and everything easily. The next slide. Okay. Overseas recruitment and manpower. When it comes to the global chambers, what we want the global chambers to do for us is overseas recruitment and manpower. We want to expand the recruitment services that we do now in Dubai. For now, we have partnership with companies in Asia, that is India specific. Then we have partnership with companies also in Dubai, where we get them the services they wanted. We get people who want to paint, we get drivers, we get cooks and other people who go to their who want work from a different country. For instance, anybody in Ghana who wants to get employment in Dubai, who get in touch with us, we get them the employment in Dubai, depending on the kind of job or the kind of services we have at that moment. But this time we are looking at moving out of Dubai and India and then going to Canada and other countries such as Australia and then the US. But the most important thing is that we tried it once, it failed because the recruitment firm we had in Canada was not supporting us. We gave them all the necessary documents, amount to be paid, but at the end of the day, they couldn't deliver. So we need a reliable recruitment firm in Dubai, in Canada that we can partner with so that we can provide these services to them.
All right, thank you so much for this presentation. I would like to open the floor for questions for Charles. Anyone has questions? He has tells a lot about, Dubai has been a popular place for relaxation, vacation, and all the others. And recently for jobs, employment, and all that. We've had a lot of discussions with Mr. Banaban, and I can confirm and affirm that there is a credible consultancy that you can work with and you can rely on their services. So you don't have to be afraid. There are a lot of different types of consultants, travel and tour agencies that are, we have them doing different types of things, but I can say that we can trust him and then to do a good job. Are there any questions? Okay, someone is asking you to put your contacts in the chat. So he's going to do that. Any questions for Charles? I do have a few questions, but I would like to open the floor. Any questions? Okay, so Charles, we are going to discuss the recruitment aspects later again. We've talked about the Canada already, and then I think you actually understand what I mean by that. With the global chamber, it has the opportunities and are available for you in your business with that particular solution. I was enlightened on the visas, the freelance visa and the investment visa. What particularly do you need to invest to acquire the 5-year visa?
Any kind of business that is viable in Dubai. For instance, somebody else in Ghana who has a travel and tour or a shipping company here and wants to have a branch in Dubai because he has a lot of customers moving from Dubai, shipping from Dubai. So they want to have a branch in Dubai. So when you come in, we can assist you. So far as you're coming to open a business, and we know very well that this business is going to worth 50,000 dirham. That is 50,000 dirham. I'm calling it in Dubai currency. So that is going to worth 50,000 upwards.
Okay, how much is that in dollars?
That's about, sorry, let me do that. That's about.
Okay, you can do that. You can do that later.
Yeah,
so
sure.
50,000 dirham.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry.
Okay.
Approximately.
Okay. There's a question. Time is running. We need to take about 2 other speakers before we go. There's a question here. Do you have secured insurance policy for your clients?
Those who are coming on a visit.
Yes.
Those coming on a visit.
You have it for those coming on a visit.
For those coming on visit, yes, insurance is secure.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. But if you come in or if you come in, you want to do a freelance visa, which is for 2 years, there's an amount of money is compulsory. It is called the unemployment scheme. So when you pay that money, anytime you are unemployed, the Dubai government is going to pay you your salary for 3 months. And it is paid every month, yes.
Okay, that's interesting. I'm sure we will have other questions coming up. So let's move to the next speaker. Thank you so much for the presentation and the time. He has shared his details in the chat. You can contact Charles directly. And if you also want other information, you want to confirm anything, please do confirm with me as well. I'll be happy to affirm that for you. Okay. So before we go to our next speaker, who is Weston Dedel, there's a question for Mr. Edo. Eben, please, are you there? This is the same question for you. Do you have secured insurance policies for your clients?
There's a secured insurance policies. Can they clarify?
Okay, the question is coming from Mr. Ofori. Please, can you clarify for me? Hello? Hello? Okay, so I'm sure he's going to give us that information. Yeah, so I'll share that with you. Thank you. So let's move on to our next presenter. We have Weston Ledell. Time is running, so we'll have to wrap up with all the other companies and then we take other companies as well. Hi, Joseph. Please, can you see my screen?
Hi, Gifty. How are you?
Doing well. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Yeah, I can see your screen.
Okay. So we can start.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Joseph Ampong from Western Dedel Group Company Limited. When you say Dedel, Dedel means something sweet in Fanti, in Ghana, or Dedel, something sweet. So we start from Western region. That's why it's Western Dedel. Western Dedel, we grow, we process, and we market rice in Ghana. That's our core business. We are located at Sechesa district in Agwana in Ashanti region. The company is 100% owned by young, energetic Ghanaians with seasoned board of directors. Okay. The next slide. Western Dedel has a history. The idea of establishing Western Dedel came around 2018, whereby we had interaction with some farmers, rice farmers in Simpai. After a discussion, we saw that rice business could be very lucrative business. So we started buying these rice and packaging them because they were not packaging these local rice. So we started, and the response was marvelous. So we started acquiring our own land to start the farming in Western region. That's why it's called Western Dedel. because we started in the Western region. So we
Okay.
acquired land in Ashanti region, about 2,000 acres, just to start our main business. So that's the history behind Western Dedel Group Company Limited. Next slide. Our vision is to become market leaders in production and sale of healthy rice in Ghana. We want to be the leaders of healthy rice sales and production, meaning we have to grow it ourselves before we process it. We have a mission statement of trying to combine appropriate technology and employee discipline, as well as social responsiveness in producing healthy rice for Ghanaian markets. Our core values, we are very innovative. We believe in innovation, customer satisfaction, social responsiveness, passion for excellence, and teamwork. That's our core value for Western Dedel Group Company Limited. Every worker knows this, and that's what we all go for. I just want to share rice situation in Ghana currently, briefly. Ghana spent over 6.8 billion, equivalent to 56 million. The total consumption of rice as at 2022 metric tons, total consumption locally Ghana, and total importation was 800,000 metric tons, representing 57%. Our local production was 600,000 metric tons, or 43. This figure has improved relatively compared to 2020, whereby local production was 40%. Now it has moved to 43%. We still have 57 more to produce locally. Ghana rice production is key in terms of employment creation. And you could see that if you are to convert all the 800,000 metric tons of rice we imported from the foreign countries, we could have created a job of 200,000 for farmers alone, let alone the rest of other people in the processing, irrigators, marketing, and so on and so forth. So rice is when you concentrate the production of rice in Ghana, we can create a whole huge employment in the whole value chain. The next slide. Western Dedel for the past 5 years has built some infrastructure under 5 areas: building strong corporate governance structure, developing commercial rice farm, building rice processing plants, marketing landscape building, and improving revenue growth. These are areas we've improved on. When we talk about the corporate governance, we are governed by a 5 board member team who meets periodically, annually, and quarterly to review management operations and give directions to. The next slide. Western, if you want to become market leader in the production of rice and marketing, you need to acquire your own land and do your own farm. To be frank, you can't do well in rice production in Ghana if you don't have your core farm. You can't rely 100% on outgrowers due to availability, quality, and also pricing. So we thought it wise to acquire our own land of 2,000 acres of rice farm, whereby we can do our own farm. But currently, unfortunately, we're able to develop only 300 acres of land. We've not developed most of them due to availability of capital now to start. We want to expand to farm on all the 2,000 acres in the next 5 years. That's our aim. That's why we are seeking for equity investors to join us so that we can utilize all the land we've acquired, which are all registered. Western Dedel has built this ultramodern factory, which we've also installed all the processing plants, all the processing rice machine, from the stoners to pre-cleaners to polishers to graders to moist polishers, all the standard machines we have installed over there. The factory is 10,000 metric tons capacity. Currently, we use only 9%, which is very, very sad. And we've also installed a processing plant of 5,400 metric tons capacity, which we are using 50% currently. The reason being that the availability of raw material, which is the paddy rice, is the problem, because we are not able to expand our commercial farm, and outgrowers are also not doing large scale farming for you to get enough raw materials to meet the demand at the market. So that's where the challenge is now. The next slide. We've also developed the marketing landscape. When look at the pictures, these are the type of rice you have. We have two brands of rice, which is Western Dedo long grain rice, and you have Ashanti Royal long grain rice. They are into 1 kilo, 5 kilo, 25 kilo, and 50 kilo each. These are third pictures are distribution agents. Some of them are also fairs we attended over the country, which has commanded a lot of huge demand of our products. The next slide. Currently, we have about 15,000 metric tons of milled rice off-taker agreement with people, which we are not able to meet. We have Samak Agri Limited, an India company, is part of this off-taker agreement. We have Arasa Investments, which is a Turkey company. They are also, we have off-taker agreement rice, we are not able to meet. We have distribution agents, we have in Western region, Ashanti region, the same, we have schools. These are people we've signed agreement with them, and currently they are ready to take 15,000 metric tons annually in all, but we are nowhere near it at all because of the availability of raw materials to process it and supply the markets. The next slide. Western Dedel also has some, since 2018, you could see that our revenue has been increasing in 2020, whereby it has a little drop, which has also increased again in 2021. In 2022, we had about 3.1 million Ghana cedi, equivalent to about $380,000. This year, we want to improve on our revenue to about 4.5 million Ghana cedi, around $500,000. That has been our goal. So you can see that the growth in revenue is consistent. Just that the amount of revenue does not correspond with our infrastructure you've built over the years, because we are supposed to sell more because of the availability of raw materials. That's why we are doing this little sales, even though the growth is consistent. Okay, the next slide. We believe in social impact as part of our core values. So we've also helped people in terms of youth development. We've developing the youth. We've been increasing income level of smallholder farmers. We have control outgrower scheme whereby we've allocated part of our land, which are not developed by ourselves, to the outgrowers. We support them, so their income has been increasing. We believe in gender smart employment policy, whereby women are supposed to be a key. It's our policy that our 40% of our total employment is supposed to be women. There are also community developments, because most of now where we are located now, people can have access to roads where around their neighbor houses. It is through us that we develop. Then also we believe in youth training and development. We try to train the youth on the rice farming a lot. So these are also our social impact we've been over the years, which we are trying to increase over the period. Western Dedel wants to embark on expansion projects. We've built all this infrastructure, and we want to maximize these various infrastructure to also increase our shareholders' worth. We want to expand our commercial farm from the 300 acres currently to 2,000 acres in 5 years, in achieving 60% of our current market demand. Even when we are able to develop all the 2,000 acres, we can achieve only 60% of our current market demand. So it is nowhere near anything, but we are still not achieving it. We need $1.5 million equity investment to achieve this expansion project. The next slide. These are forecasts, field forecasts for the whole thing. These are the field forecasts for the revenue growth. The first one talks about how we want to develop our land. year one 600, 900, 3,600. The middle one is a production of rice, which we move it to about 13,500 metric tons in fifth year, which will give us total revenue of $21 million in 5 years period, which will start from $2.7 million in year one, moving to 4, 10, 14 to $21 million. These are real figures, which details can be shared with any potential investor. So,
Okay, Joseph.
my time is up, eh?
Yes.
I'm done.
All right. Thank you so much for this. I can see collaboration with African women leadership. I'm sure there are some things that you can do with Audelia related to your production. You mentioned about you're looking to create about 200,000 employments, and that's something that also interests me as well. And I am looking forward to the great support that Global Chamber can give to you. We've already discussed the opportunities available. Your presentation was very concise and detailed on all that you're looking for. This shows that you're a very serious businessman. You've taken us through all financials and all that. It's been a while we've had such a very concise presentation. It's taken some time, but that's really great. I would like to invite Dwight to touch on any opportunities that we can he can benefit from. Hi, Dwight. Hello, Dwight.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, you can hear you now.
Okay, your question on opportunities?
Yes. He mentioned, from the projects that he's already started and all the progress that they have made in their business. Right now, it looks like capital injection will be much needed. Looking at the milestone that they've covered, the number of challenges related to the business has to do with funding and capital and all. So I wanted to know, with your expertise and your connections, how from your space, what we can do to support
If he has a prospectus or some kind of additional information that he can provide in that on, this, then, would be willing to take a look at it, to understand it better and see if, who might be out there that would be willing to go to work and take a further look at it. Certainly be willing to open to do that, and maybe also in addition to that, network it with others that might be in a position to do so.
Okay, so Joseph, Dwight he's based in the US. He's a cross-border trade he provides cross-border trade finance solutions. So I would like you to connect with him. He shared his details in the chats so that he can have some more interactions. As Global Chamber has also provided for you, we'll be happy to support you as well with your projects. I personally am interested in seeing how your projects expand, especially with providing jobs and employment for the youth here in Ghana. Thank you so much for the presentation. So we are going to move on to our last presenter. We have Laurel Gas Resources. Please, can you see my screen? Hi, Nathaniel.
Hi, Madam Gifty. I can see your screen.
Okay, how are you doing?
Yes, I'm doing well by God's grace.
Okay, the floor is yours.
Right. Good evening, good afternoon, wherever you may be, and thank you for having me and giving the opportunity as well. My name is Nathaniel Sesafo, and I'm the Sales Executive Officer for the Raw Gas Resources. Please, you can move the slides.
Okay.
So a little about us. So go back a little bit, please.
I should go back.
Yes, okay, this is about us. So Laura Gas Resources is an marketing and distribution of LPG company that have been in existence for the past 6 years. We believe that as a company, we ought to grow and expand our coverage and frontiers as well. Our aim is to provide and deliver safe and efficient distribution of LPG services to all in a very convenient and accessible manner. Please, the next slide. All right. So our aim as a business is to bring the benefits of LPG gas to many households, gated communities, restaurants, furnished apartments, as well as other businesses within the country. We also seek to provide fast and quality LPG services through our efficient and effective distribution and marketing network to customers and other businesses as well in the long term to ensure that we provide value of services and money to those customers and businesses as well. Please, the next slide. Hey. Oh, yes. Okay. So our vision as a company is to be recognized for safety and excellence in LPG marketing distribution network. And our mission also is to deliver safe and reliable LPG on economic basis by establishing LPG as a safe fuel of choice. With this, I want to stress the need that as a nation, we ought to take full responsibilities of what we do. So looking at the SDG goal, the goal 5, which talks about life on Earth, simply has to do with we as a country and individual, we ought to take the opportunity on ourselves to protect the environment for future generations and future unborn in terms of what is happening in climate change when people begin to fell down trees indiscriminately. So with that, we always educate our clients and other public individuals whenever we go out that we as a country, we should ensure that each one of us has the opportunity to have access to efficient and affordable LPG in individual homes in order to ensure that our climate change and our forests are kept in a good manner, in a good shape for our future generations. Please, the next slide. So our services, one is the gas now. So with the gas now, it simply means we have a delivery van that moves around every day. Sometimes we move to estates, restaurants, businesses that we deliver LPG on them on a swap. Or it simply means we have filled majority of the cylinders in the vehicle, the truck, consisting of 6 kg, 15 kg, 16 kg, 32, 52, and the others, all filled. So whenever we move out and we see clients or people who are interested in the gas, we just give it a swap away. We take their empty cylinders and give them a filled one and exchange it for them. That's why it's called the gas now. Then we have the forklift exchange services. With that one, we have it with those manufacturing companies and companies that use forklift services in order to carry goods from one place to the other. So there are some forklift machines that use LPG. So we have agreement with some companies that we take charge of delivery and supply them as well as when they need it. We also do the LPG cylinder installation for homes, businesses, and schools as well. We also sell the cylinder appliances such as the regulators, the hose, and then the valves and all others. Please, the next slide. Yeah, so you can contact us on the details on the screen for further inquiries and information. Thank you.
That was a brief presentation. Thank you so much. Please, can you clarify? You said you take empty gas cylinders in
Yes.
exchange for filled gas. How does it work? Is it any type of gas cylinder? How does it work?
So that's the gas now. So we have the sizes of the cylinders. We have, for example, the 6 kg, the smaller one that's mostly used by one person or two persons, especially when you get to the university hostels, the smaller one. Then we have the 15 kg, we have the 32, and we have the 52. The 52 is mostly used by big restaurants and other stuffs. So with that one, all those sizes of cylinders is filled in our car with gas in them. So whenever we move out to sell to customers, we pick the empty cylinders from the customers that have no gas in them and swap it with our own that has been filled, for which they will pay for. So we are trying to provide convenience for them by not coming to the pump to fill the cylinders. We have already filled them and it's in our vehicle. So we just give a swap, we exchange it, and then we give them a cylinder that are in brand new and in a good condition. And we take their old empty cylinders in an exchange of money of the cylinder filled in it.
Okay, that's a wow. I hope you didn't take my cylinder and then you come back and tell me there's a problem with my cylinder. So you want to take it back or something like that.
All right. So what happened is when we have your cylinder, what we are giving to you is very new and in a good condition. So we check whether there is any leakage or on the valve or any other thing. If your cylinder is not in a good condition, we'll ask you to add an additional money to it for us to run maintenance on it, because those cylinders will be brought to us. We have to use our own resources to ensure that it's in a very good condition, so that when we are giving out to other people, they will be willing to accept it, to ensure that everybody have cylinders that are in a good conditions wherever they find themselves.
Okay, so which locations are you currently offering these services?
The gas now, we move within Accra and Tema, wherever you are. It's a matter of just giving a call and then sending your location to us, as well as the size of your cylinder. We'll come there, we'll do the swap, you make the payment, and you are gone. You can do mobile money or cash payment.
Okay, so for your barrel services, where are you operating? Is it only in Ghana?
Yes, currently we have a pump at Oyarefa. Currently we are in Ghana. We also run the gas now services where the trucks move as well. And don't forget that government intend to implement the cylinder recirculation model, which is being spearheaded by the MPA to ensure that people will not be carrying their cylinders from their homes to the pump. So the main intention of those government policy is to, one, create more employment, and to also do away with the old cylinders that are in our system. Those cylinders will be brought to us at the pump, and it will be sent to Ghana Cylinder Manufacturing Center to recycle those old cylinders, to ensure that every cylinder that comes to the market is in a very good condition, is free of fault or any leakages, as well as very good for use for everyone.
Wow, that's really a good initiative, and I'm happy that the government is going to support you as well. Please leave your details in the chat. This is an everyday use in our homes and everywhere, so we'd like to connect with you directly. Someone is asking, what is the price range? Maybe you can answer that question before we open the floor for others to also speak about their businesses. To everyone in the meeting, please kindly share your details in the chats, your company name, your email address, how we can contact you, and then we'll be happy to share the audio recordings of this event with you, so that you can have access to contact anyone that you want to deal with. You can also reach me at gifty@globalchamber.org if there are any questions or any support that you may require. Some people find it difficult to speak at virtual events. I'll be happy to assist you on that path. Okay,
so with the prices, we work with MPA and he's a sole regulator. So every 2 weeks, there is a change in price. It's either decrease or increase in price. So as at November, I'm giving you the prices that we are using as at today, November. So with a 6 kg, it's 115 cedis. 12.5 kg is 195 cedis. 13.5 kg is 210 cedis. 15 kg is 245 cedis. 19 kg is 300 cedis. 45 kg is 660 cedis. 52 kg is 760 Ghana cedis. And with these prices, it's for the gas now. So whenever we move out and we do the swap with people, this is the price that we offer. But when you call us and maybe your service is something exceptional, we only add these prices and charge you a delivery based on where we are bringing your gas to. And that will make us a total sum of the amount you pay for us when we deliver the gas to you.
Okay, so that question, and Dora, you have your answer. I'm happy to have you here. Thank you, Nathaniel, for your presentation.
Thank you. I'm grateful for your time.
You're welcome. We've had presentations from Odelia, African Women Leadership Institute. She shared the details in the chat. And I see collaborations with almost all the businesses here, especially with the massive number of women that you are training and you are dealing with. The Global Chamber is also happy to support you as well. And I believe we will have more interactions on that. Dwight is also here with us from the US. He's a cross-border trade finance, providing cross-border trade finance solutions. Joseph will be connected with him. He has offered to have some time to speak with you as well. So Joseph, please, I'll be happy to also coordinate that meeting with you if you upon request. And then anyone here looking for trade finance solutions, you can contact you right directly. And the Global Chamber as a whole has other additional, and these are our home usage solutions as well. And we have BBH Consulting in Dubai, related to our visas, you know, and immigration solutions as well, and credible source that you can also rely on as well. So now the floor is open. I'm going to call you so that you can speak a minute. We've passed our time. Usually our event is an hour session. We've passed the time limit, but I just want to give about 1 to 3 minutes for everyone here to speak about their business briefly. So again, if you are just joining us now, my name is Gifty. I represent the Global Chamber here in Accra as the Executive Director. We provide support to businesses in trade and development. We support your businesses with any solution that you are looking for, and we'll be happy to connect with you. Members have the privileges to be introduced to their ideal customers. We create platforms such as this once every month for you to connect and interact with. We serve as a trusted advisor for you. We grant you access to VIP experiences and other contacts that you can rely on. So this is a platform, this is a global tribe that you can rely on and you can trust. We are not limited in country. We exist in almost every country, over 190 countries. So you are not limited in terms of solutions and then connections. So I would encourage you to join the Global Chamber. You can reach out to me at gifty@globalchamber.org and kindly share your details. We'll be sharing details of our events with you as well. I see that we have our CEO here. Our CEO and founder of Global Chamber is Mr. Doug Brook. Hi, Doug.
Hi, Gifty. How are you? Thanks for the event today. How it seems like it's a very good dialogue. What did you think?
Do you want to problem that I think we've done well, and then the businesses have been able to and seen a high number of interest.
Well, thanks everybody for joining, and we encourage you to think outside your city, outside your country, and there are many opportunities to grow. So thank you for participating today, and reach out anytime for any help that you need. Thank you, Gifty.
Ruby, we'd like to hear from you. Ruby is a global advisor, and she's also part of our advisory board, executive director as well. Hi, Ruby. Okay, someone is asking the requirements for joining the Global Chamber. I'll be sharing a link with you currently, shortly. Okay, so I'm not getting Ruby on the voice. We have Tio Sampa. Hi, Tio.
Hey, this is not Theo. It's actually Theo is my husband. I accidentally signed in, and it was his. I think he was using the Zoom last, so that's okay.
Okay.
So this is Lady Vicky. Unfortunately, I can't show my face because I'm in the US and it's morning here. I just came out of bed, so I
Okay.
don't look presentable. But this is Lady Vicky Sampa. I am joining in from Chicago, Illinois, and I actually had some contact with Global Chamber years ago because the state of Illinois has a I'm into real estate.
Okay.
And I think we had the state association had attended a couple of their events, the Global Chamber events here in Illinois, and I was part of it. And then I also got in touch with Christians actually got in touch with me to join the Global Chamber. This again was years ago, but I was quite busy, so I just saw your event and decided to register for it and get back into the space and see how we can work together also from our organization. I am actually the founder and CEO of the Ghana Real Estate Professionals Association in Ghana. And so we obviously have global events because we have affiliations in the United States. And then we get education, we're into real estate, both commercial and residential. So definitely I feel that, I still have to reconnect again and see how we can collaborate on our events. We do events every year in Ghana. Last year we did an event. We did one in 2021. And then this year we've done one event. We're looking at doing 2 events next year. We are into right now. We're doing sustainability and tech conferences. Next year we're going to do technology conference in April. So just wanted you to know so that if there's anybody on the call that's interested, or the Global Chamber itself, we're definitely working with a global team. So if the Global Chamber wants to join us and collaborate with us, that would be perfect. But just wanted to introduce a tech conference next year. It's going to be on prop tech and fintech, and then sustainability will be the goal.
Okay, what date is that?
It's going to be, I think, April 4th to 6th.
Okay, April 4th to 6th. We'll be happy to have more details on that as
Yeah.
well. You mentioned about collaboration with Global Chamber. I see that there are other opportunities that we can collaborate with. So we can have a call after this to discuss how we can support you and collaborate with you. So you are based in the US?
Right now, I'll say both because I go to Ghana about 3 times a year for events. Yes. So, but US is my home. Chicago is home to me.
Okay. So your events, are they in person or virtual events?
In person.
In person.
It's actually, I'll say it's hybrid because we have people joining through StreamYard. So I'll say it's hybrid. We have some people joining virtually.
Okay, so anytime you have the in-person events, you're here in Ghana?
Oh yeah, I just came back. Yeah, I just came. Our event was in October. Yes, so I just came back. We also have a magazine that we can also advertise for the Global Chamber. I'll do that for free. We can give you quarter page, half page of advertising that we can have the Global Chamber also advertising in the magazine.
Thank you. That's wonderful to hear. So you're a member in Global Chamber US?
You know what? I didn't join. I went to a couple of events in Chicago, but I really didn't join. I went to the by invitation to the Illinois Realtors Association. That's how I went to the event. Yes.
Okay.
So, and then Christians got in touch with me, but I have not officially joined. So I think I'll look into that.
Sure, we can discuss that on the call. Whether you want to join from Ghana or the US, we can discuss on the
I
call.
think it would be better to do Ghana because that's where most of my projects are. So.
Oh, that makes me happy. Okay, so
that is where we need the help. So
all right. Please, we'll be happy to have your details in the chat so we can connect with you.
Okay, I'll do that. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. We have Mondi Tete. Hi, Mondi.
Hi,
Hello.
Gifty.
Hi.
Hello, hi.
Hi, can hear you.
Yeah, can you hear me, please?
Yes, I can.
Oh, okay. Hi, everyone. My name is Mondi. I've been following the chamber for a while. I avail myself to listen to the webinars and to connect with other people that do the presentations. For me, it's a learning platform for me because I'm originally into rice production, but in recent times, I've developed export products, which are virgin coconut oil and roasted cashew. So in a short while, I'll be exporting to several other countries. But when I come to this platform, it's a learning thing for me. So I know who to address, who to talk to when I'm ready, who to get information from. So I'm glad about the work the chamber is doing. It's really great. So I'll be seeing you very soon so that I register fully and enjoy the full benefits of the platform.
Okay, that's
the
great
chamber,
to know.
really.
Okay, so you mean that your business is in the production stage? It's not yet ready for exports.
We are not ready for export yet.
Okay.
But we are export oriented. Whatever we do it's purely for export. So when we get there, I'll let you know.
Okay.
Then,
all right. Please kindly share your details in the chat. I'd like to connect with you. Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Yes, please kindly share your details in the chat. I'd like to connect with you. Please, when you share your details, you can add your LinkedIn so that we can also connect with you on LinkedIn. Thank you so much. Hi, Dr. Sami.
Thank you.
Hi, Dr. Sami. Okay, so I have Richard A. Hi, Richard A. Hello, can you hear me?
Me? Gifty, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Yeah, I can hear you. How are you?
I'm fine. The floor says, we'd like to know a bit about you, your business, what you're doing, how the Global Chamber can support you.
Yeah, just a quick intro from me. I basically joined to try and connect with businesses in Ghana. We've got an NGO based in Ghana where we help the youth connect with businesses to do work experience. So I'd like to attend some of these things to see what other businesses are out there and to connect with business owners.
All right. May I know the name of your company?
It's called First Step Ghana. I've shared the details in the chat.
Okay, you shared it already. Okay.
Yes, I have, yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to be connecting with you soon. Have you shared your LinkedIn as well?
I've shared the LinkedIn as well as a phone number as well.
Okay, that's good. All right, so thanks for joining us. We'll be happy to have you join us, even as a member as well.
Right, thanks, Vicky.
Okay, we have Joyce. Joyce from JIK. Hi, Joyce. Hi, Joyce.
Hi.
Hi.
Yes, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Yes, I'm so happy to be part of the meeting this afternoon. However, I'm representing my boss, Mr. Ishmael Kojokbo. So I'm here to connect and also know what's going on, and then to know the way forward and how I can advise my boss on the future business networking. Yeah.
Okay. So what do you do at JIK?
Okay, JIK, we are into implementation of ISO management systems, and then OHSE trainings. And then the implementation of the management systems leading to certification, that's business advisory, training in all ISO standards from introduction stage to lead auditor. And we are also into internal audit and supplier compliance and assurance audit. Yes.
Okay. All right. So thank you so much for that. You see what we do here at the Global Chamber. There's a lot more we can do for you and support with your business. Please can you share your details in the chat? So I would like to connect with you and then share more about the Global Chamber and then our membership options available to your business as well.
All right, I'll do that. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. We'll be wrapping up soon. So please, if you haven't shared your contact details, please do that now so that we can move on from here and also connect with you. I have Nanama here. Hello, Nanama. Hello, Nanama.
Hello. Hello.
Hi.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Yes. Thank you very much. I'm into the production of hair and skin products. So I do hair shampoo, hair conditioner, hair leave-in oil, leave-in conditioner, shower gel, black soap, all those things. And I have been with the chamber for some time now, and I'm still seeing how best the chamber will be able to help me expand my business because I'm a startup.
Okay. Okay, so if you mean you've been with the chamber, are you a member?
Yes, I'm a member.
Here in Accra?
Yes.
Okay, I haven't met you. Sorry about that.
Yeah.
Okay.
I've been seeing you on Zoom, but I haven't met you yet.
Okay. So please can I have your details in the chat? I would like to connect with you. We can talk about it further as well and look at how the Global Chamber can support you in terms of your expansion and then exportation.
Okay. Okay. So the Dash Products and Services. So I'll put it there.
Okay. Your company name again, please.
Dash Products and Services.
Dash.
Yeah, Dash.
DASH.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Okay. So we've come to the end of our networking event for today. I must say it has been great interacting with all of you, and there's more we can do for you in relation to the Global Chamber. This is just a minimum opportunity interacting with your business and other businesses. There are other solutions, we can tailor solutions that we chamber as a member, so you have access to the unlimited opportunities that is available on the global scale. We have over 600 events in terms of training, in terms of knowledge, in terms of contacts, in terms of advisory and all the other opportunities that you can get, clientele, obtaining clients as well. So interacting is important that you are a member so that you can join these events, meet with them virtually, interact with them, have the dialogues, and then you create the connections. If you just wait for Accra one monthly event, it wouldn't be enough to support your business. But when you are a member and you access all the unlimited opportunities available, the tailored ones that you have mentioned that is dedicated for you, and also joining the other events that is happening in over 190 countries. I bet you say that you're going to find the solutions to what you are looking for. So this is why it is important that you are a paid member for the Global Chamber, to be recognized as an associate member, to be recognized as a member of the global tribe. So I would encourage you to join. We have shared the membership details in the chat. The audio recordings will also be shared to you, as you've already given us your email addresses. So this is very, very important. Thank you so much for your participation, and we've come to the end of networking events. Anyone has anything to say or any questions for anyone for the next minutes before we go? Do we still have Caesar here? Hi, Elisa. Hi, Elisa. Hi, Caesar. Okay. So thank you so much. We've come to the end of our session, and it's goodbye for now.